it's unbecoming of a prime minister to, in a way, introduce his new ministers when they were recently appointed and they went to Kokopo. There could have been a better way to introduce the ministers. Instead of going down the path of saying, me give him checkbook lol, yang kloman na, all bagarabim so, all bagarabim all write him or some personal lol na, me rausim na give him checkbook long all blasiniam man. I think he could have said it like I thank the former finance minister who's been faithfully, serving the government, helping me hold government together for the last 5 years. I know his contributions. I thank the people of Finchafen for electing him, and he was able to support me to form a government, hold together a government. And on that juncture, I wish him well, and at the same time, I appoint this leader to be the new finance minister. Now, when he said, Mipla Minister Solim checkbook, I'm former finance minister. I could say the same thing for him when he was finance minister. Molim checkbook 8 years so no when Peter O'Neill was prime minister. 8 years Molim checkbook. That statement could simply apply to him as well. To say that Molim checkbook for 8 years. And members and ministers and everyone knows that we ministers don't hold the checkbook like in private Bumipla. There are processes in place. There are systems in place. And we operate within the space of our budget. So for him to say that Miplolim checkbook was some personal something, na Miplo no threaten good, is unbecoming of a prime minister. And he should not have this emotional short outburst, knee-jerk reaction to statements that he's saying in most of his speeches. So, meeting him should care about. Thank you, former finance minister. Helping me. Leadership bill, contribution bill, government me note him. Now I'm go now me make him new minister. Rise above the politics. He's just maybe so and a bit politically so from me exiting government and exiting for the last 2 or 3 months, but he forgets that I was with him. Who I was, he's talking about who I am now, and he forgets who I was to him in 5 years. And most of the members in government, they know who I was to Prime Minister. My loyalty, my contribution, my commitment to him in the last 5 years is unquestionable, and I was loyal to him. Just because I have chosen to leave government, it's feeling a bit sore to say that I've abused the checkbook. So, I think Prime Minister can, introduce his new ministers with a form of, grace and rising above as a senior statesman. He holds the highest office in this country. Thank you, Lord office, helping you for 5 years. Then you can introduce him as minister. You don't need to spoil the guy who stayed with you for 5 years just because he's left you for 5 months, and you want to introduce whoever who's capable of running any department. And we're not saying it's wrong. It's your prerogative as Prime Minister to appoint any minister. But when you are doing it, have some decorum to understand who was with you. And this goes to show to other members and leaders in the government as well that you might stay with Prime Minister for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, but the day you leave, this is what he will say to you, just the same as he said to me that, young Loman Bagaram checkbook. I think my record speaks for themselves. And if there's anything that I have abused in my time as finance minister, he's in government. You should tell the country that this was abused in this way, that way, and let the record speak instead of emotional outburst and continue law. Make him, time him take him grandstand. I took him country or Samiba make him awesome. I'll create these jobs. The youths, I'm coming for you. The lawbreakers, I'm coming for you. And this heat of the moment statements are causing him no good. And this heat of the statement, for example, heat of the moment, I talk Samiba make awesome. Why we make awesome? Including statements of, if all man make awesome, me kiss him all. These are very strong statements. You're a prime minister and you speak on behalf of every individual that is in this country. So that's a very high calling and a very high office for you to bring it down at that level and talk like some ordinary members or some simple candidates or any individual who would talk in that manner. So I while he says that, I congratulate the new minister who's come on board. From us members on this side, we congratulate all the ministers who've been appointed. And they're in government. We look forward to working with them in any way we can. And as I said before, I commend with thank you all. Leaders from Evaluation Ministry na come to so. Prime Minister can space his statement to say thank you to what? Passing to thank you, Master. Niblolim government na 7 years for 5 years. He talk thank you, finish. You can give him lanar blaman na talk. This la awesome so. This la so emotion. Prime Minister no got passing to talk thank you. Lo live na niblas tabon 5 years na.